Hey there, everyone. It's TJ, and we got a problem. Let me show you. Not only did my wife come home with a new dog unannounced, and we still have Brick, and that's been an adjustment, but over here with the tank, everything looks great, right? Problem is, we have aptasia everywhere. Stay tuned. Hey there, everyone, and welcome to this episode of TJ's Reef. And unfortunately, we have to do this episode not just for information purposes, to help all our fellow reefers out there, but because I'm experiencing significant issues with aptasia. And if anyone's ever been through this problem before, they understand how frustrating it is. And just because I have over 20 years of reefing experience doesn't mean I'm not frustrated. I've never had to deal with a problem like this before, and now we're working on digging ourselves out. So we've been out of worse problems before, and this will be no different. We will overcome this aptasia infestation. Now, what exactly are aptasia? They are anemones. They're an anemone that multiplies very quickly and very easily, and it has extremely strong stinging cells on it, and it is considered a pest. Because it's an anemone, it is mobile, so you could take a rock and turn it upside down with the aptasia on the underside, and they would find their way back to the top. They eat just like any other anemone, and they multiply very easily, especially when you try to eradicate them. And that is one of the reasons we have so many. So there are a couple of ways to try to get rid of them. Once you have them in your tank, you can try a chemical route, which is the first thing I did, using a product that you squirt on the aptasia, and they are supposed to dissolve. Well, they did. I did apply that chemical to them, and I went after the biggest ones, and they did dissolve. Unfortunately, before they were able to die, they released their spores, creating even more aptasia. So the first attempt made it even worse. So my second attempt was to add some peppermint shrimp, and they did nothing. It's not the first time I've tried to use peppermint shrimp for aptasia. Thought maybe I would get lucky, and no, they're just not interested. I'm thinking because the tank is so well fed that they're getting plenty of food from other places, and eating the aptasia just is not something that they're interested in. Okay, fine. I'm gonna try another route here, and I went with the Berghia. I'm not sure how you pronounce it for sure. Berghia. I mean, I've seen it all over the place. The nudibranches, or the nudibranchs. I just call them the nudies from here on out, just to make it nice and easy and just not embarrass myself. So we decided to go another natural route, which was nudies. And the nice thing about these is that the only thing they consume are aptasia. So you don't have to worry about them ignoring them because they'll die. That is their only food source. The other nice thing about the nudies is not a whole lot of natural predators because they eat aptasia. They don't taste very good, and they multiply very quickly. They lay eggs every handful of days, and they grow up pretty quickly. Now, they're not the cheapest in the world. To get a medium-sized nudie, you're talking about $15 a piece. Sometimes you get a little cheaper, especially if you can find them locally. Unfortunately, there aren't any locally by me, so I ordered 6 of them, and they were all dead upon arrival. That was because of UPS not delivering them until after 7 p.m. and the box was hot. It was over 110 degrees. The ice packs were actually hot, and none of the nudies survived. You can see all 6 of them are dead. Looks like nudie soup. The seller immediately sent out 6 more, overnighted them to the UPS store near me, and they were there by 10:30 in the morning, kept in the air conditioning. When I opened up that box, it was still cool inside, and all 6 of them survived. I put them in the tank, and that was the last I saw of them. I know they ate some aptasia. I don't know what happened to them after that. I have not seen any more nudies since then, so I don't know if they didn't survive or if something ate them. I'm not sure what happened, but they obviously weren't able to keep up. So then I got another natural solution, and that was the filefish. Now this is Stanley the filefish, and when I first got Stanley was tiny, like tiny. He actually slipped through the overflow into the overflow box, and I had to rescue him. He got sucked right in, so I had to put up a little netting to keep the overflow protected so he didn't fall through. Now he's like tripled in size since we've originally got him. And Flat Stanley, does not eat aptasia. Why? Because he eats fish food. Yeah, why eat aptasia when you can eat with all the other fish? And so I've even tried to feed the aptasia, a trick I read about online, where you put some food in the aptasia and then the filefish learns to eat the aptasia. He did it once. I saw him eat an aptasia that was holding on to some brine shrimp, and that's the only time I've ever seen him eat aptasia. He eats the frozen food with all the other fish and searches for copepods. While I'm not thrilled that, Flat Stanley is not eating aptasia, I still think he's a really cool fish and more than welcome addition to the tank, and I'm happy to have good old Flat Stanley, who's growing like crazy. I just wish he'd eat some aptasia. But that takes us to our final solution here on trying to beat these aptasia, and that is back to the nudies. This time we're going all in. I got 15 of the 3/4 inch plus ones. They're on order right now. There's a big backlog, so I'm not supposed to get them for maybe another week or so, but as soon as that new batch of 15 come in, I will make sure to post an update and show how effective they are. With 15, I figured that should be more than enough, even if a couple get picked off or don't survive, to reproduce and start making a nice dent on the aptasia problem in the tank. So we will do a update on the aptasia fight, and until then, thanks for stopping by, and we will see you on the next episode.